What's good? It's your boy, Jay. That's me. Monday Night Raw absolutely sucks. It is the worst wrestling show of the entire week. Impact is better than this. MLW is better than this. GCW is better than this. This show absolutely sucks. Hell, Dynamite at times is better than this. But man, Monday Night Raw for September the 11th, 2023 was an absolute bore. Oh my God, this show was awful. I didn't like it. Just mad boring, you know? And this is the final Raw of the Vince McMahon era. Endeavor will be taking over tomorrow afternoon sometime. I believe noon. So it should be interesting. I'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the review. Let's just go ahead and get into the review. So we kicked the show off as per usual. The Judgment Day. Psych. We kicked it off with Jey Uso. So Jey Uso gets on the mic, says he's in your city. It's good to be out of the bloodline and to be on my own. Hey, but most importantly, it feels good to be right here Monday Night Raw. So Kevin Owens comes out. He says, I think you meant to say in the beginning that Jey Uso is not a Kevin Owens show. Kevin Owens says, look, man, I've been exactly where you are right now. Same situation, same place. I've been there. I know. I'm man enough to admit it. I've done a lot of terrible things to a lot of good people. And eventually I found myself feeling like I needed to make a change. And then I tried to make that change. I tried to make up for the mistakes that I committed in the past. It was hard. It took a while for me to earn people's respect. It took me a while to earn people's trust. In fact, some people in the locker room still don't respect me. Still don't trust me. That's fine. I understand. Let me tell you this. Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, that's two on a long list of guys in that locker room that don't want you here. I've had people that I don't talk to ever come up to me saying, hey, Jey Uso doesn't belong in our locker room, and we should do something about it. Let me tell you, Jay, this is not going to be easy. It's not. But look, it's great. Cody Rhodes seems to be willing to give you a chance. Last week, Sami Zayn welcomed you back with open arms. But Jay, look at me. That's it. You want to earn people's respect, earn people's trust. As far as I'm concerned, you have a long way to go to earn my trust and my respect and prove that you're not the same scumbag you were when you were running around with the bloodline. So, Judgment Day, oh, God, they come out. So, Finn Balor says that he can't believe what he's hearing. Nobody wants to talk to main event Jey Uso that way. Jay, why do you have to prove yourself to Kevin Owens? Because you don't have to prove yourself to me. Why? Because Grand Slam, Finn respects you just like the Judgment Day respects you. And then Damian Priest says, Kevin, you don't speak for the locker room, man. You definitely don't speak for the Judgment Day because we're the ones running the show. Now, Jay, I understand if you need to if you need time to make up your mind. Just know the Judgment Day door is always open. You just have to walk through it. Dirty Dom, he said no 1,000 times. They can react all the way. All they want, but he became the best version of himself. He's the champ. And then Dominic says the Judgment Day has always been there for him. Through the lowest of lows and the highest of highs, especially when you're someone like Kevin Owens questions your character. The Empress says, enough. Kevin, we came out here because we thought that we were going to have a match with you and Sami Zayn. What happened? Where is he? Kevin Owens says, yeah, that's why I'm dressed to fight. Sammy's not here. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll fight all three of you. And then Jey Uso says, Kevin Owens, don't worry. I'm here too. You say what you want. I mean, you say you want my respect. What do you say, man? KO and Jey Uso versus the Judgment Day. Let's do it. Oh, God. First match tonight. Kevin Owens, Jey Uso versus Judgment Day. So the Judgment Day gets the win. Jey Uso accidentally super kicks Kevin Owens. And then Finn Balor gets the win via the coup de grace. Moving on. So post-match, Jey apologizes to Kevin Owens. He tries to apologize for the miscue out there. Kevin Owens tells Jey to find himself a new partner in the bloodline. Kevin Owens tells Jey to find his new bloodline in the Judgment Day, and he should go ahead and dye his hair purple. So, moving on. So we get a recap of Gunther with his match with Chad Gable. So Imperium is dressed to the nines to do a championship celebration. Then we get a 9/11 tribute video package, which was great. So, moving on. Xavier Woods was talking to Drew McIntyre earlier on in the day. Xavier Woods says that Drew McIntyre is jealous of Kofi Kingston winning the WWE title in front of fans. Drew McIntyre says he doesn't want to hurt him. So if Xavier Woods is so anxious, what happens tonight won't be an accident. So this is great. So this leads us into a slow heel turn of Drew McIntyre. Triple H, pull the fucking trigger. Turn Drew McIntyre heel, please. Let's lead us into Miz versus Akira Tozawa. The Miz wins with not one, not two, but three skull-crushing finales. I'm like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. They should have just taken one. Moving on. So Byron Saxton, he had a backstage interview with Raquel Rodriguez. So Raquel says that she acknowledges Rhea Ripley's resume, but she's not going to be intimidated tonight. Rhea will learn that Raquel is not like most people. Reality is worse than a nightmare. Raquel says that Rhea is going to get a taste of her own medicine. I don't know why we get scripted shit like this. You could tell this was scripted. You could tell she rehearsed this like 1,000 times. It's not real. It sounds completely manufactured. I hate that shit. We need bullet points, please. And at least show some enthusiasm and some emotion when you're cutting promos. Damn. Moving on. So Shayna Baszler tells Jackie Redmond that Zoe Stark surprised her. Chelsea Green proceeded to interrupt the interview. Chelsea Green wants to know if Shayna Baszler would like to be her new tag team partner. Shayna Baszler doesn't see Green as a peer and challenges her to a match. Chelsea Green says that Shayna Baszler is going to regret that decision. Piper Niven tells Chelsea Green that she's medically cleared. And she grabs the other title of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Which, again, I don't understand why we're not seeing Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae be a tag team and go after them. KC Squared, same thing. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, same thing. Moving on. So, let's lead this into the Intercontinental Championship celebration of Gunther. So Gunther gets on the mic and says, to the absolute surprise of nobody, the ring general has rewritten history. I am now officially the longest reigning and greatest Intercontinental heavyweight champion in history. But first, no, seriously, it does mean a lot to me. First, I want to share some words about great legends who had this title before. You contributed absolutely nothing. Damn. I've elevated this championship to higher heights never seen before. As far as I understand, I'm starting to run out of competition. From now on, it seems like I'm only competing against myself. So Chad Gable comes out and says, last week, we had a main event of the ages. The world won't stop talking about it. What a championship fight it was. I woke up this morning feeling it. Still feeling it. But we're here a week later, and you're here celebrating. You're the ones who walked into the history books. You're the one who walked into the history books, so congratulations. So Gunther invites Chad Gable to say what he has to say to his face. Chad Gable says, last week, Gunther, I saw the look in your eyes after the match, and it told me everything I needed to know. Out of all of the incredible superstars that you beat during this historic reign, nobody pushed you to the limit more than I did. But the look on your face wasn't the only one that I saw. He saw the look of his entire family's face sitting in the front row. I saw tears of my oldest daughter sitting in the front row. Tears that you caused. Now, Gunther, I wouldn't expect you to understand what that does to a person. You have to be a mother or a father to understand what it's like to watch your kids weeping in front of your eyes. He said that what you did lit a fire under him. A fire that won't burn out until I make this whole thing right. So I understand this. I beat you once. I'm going to beat you again. I don't know when, where, why, or how, but I'm going to get another opportunity at that championship. This time for myself, for my career, for my family. I swear to God, I'm winning that championship. I swear to God, my daughter is walking out with a smile on her face. And then Gunther then tells Chad Gable, so you want another opportunity? Opportunity to what? To drag the entire family in the front row and see the biggest beating of your life? Is that what you want? Using your child as bait to get spotlight? Yes, you pushed me to my limit, and you're a fantastic athlete, but you're a terrible father. And then so this leads us into a massive brawl scene with Tommaso Ciampa coming down to make the save with a steel chair. So this leads us into Drew McIntyre versus Xavier Woods. Drew McIntyre wins via the Claymore. So that was good there. I do expect Gunther to get, not Gunther, but Chad Gable to get his rematch at Fastlane. That's probably more than likely going to happen there. That's when he's going to go over. I don't know what they're going to do with Tommaso Ciampa. Maybe he's next in line. I don't know. Drew McIntyre, he runs into Jey Uso in the backstage area. Drew McIntyre says that he doesn't trust Jey. Jey's fine with that. Drew McIntyre doesn't think that Jey can stand on his own 2 feet without his brother and the bloodline. Jey tells McIntyre to pull up next week. Drew McIntyre accepts Jey's challenge. So that's going to be interesting there. Good shit there. This leads us into a Shinsuke Nakamura vignette, which he talks about still going after Seth Rollins, and he's still going to hurt him, and he's still going to break his back. So, this leads us into another Judgment Day segment. So, Finn Balor continues to try to recruit Jey Uso into the Judgment Day. Oh, my God. Then this leads us into Cody Rhodes and Dominic Mysterio. So, Cody Rhodes comes out, and he says, Norfolk, Virginia, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about main event Jey Uso. Dom comes out to booze Cody. He says, Cody, I'll tell you what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that you brought main event Jey Uso to Monday Night Raw. Jey's going to join the Judgment Day, and when he does, he's going to make you look like a fool. It's going to be amazing. There's nothing you can do about it. So, Cody then fights Dominic. Dilly McDonough attacks Cody from behind. Cody's able to fight off both Dominic and JD via the Cody Cutter until the Crossroads. And he hits 2 Crossroads on Dom. So I'm fine with this. Cody is moving to SmackDown. People need to calm down. He's going to move to SmackDown. Trust and believe. He's going to move to SmackDown. Calm the fuck down. He's moving to SmackDown. It's common sense. Why would he not move to SmackDown? He's the one that orchestrated Jey Uso being there. So this allows for us to get Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 40, so we can finally end the bloodline for good once and for all. Again, this all should happen at WrestleMania 39, but it didn't. So we have to move on. Moving on, Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green. Shayna Baszler gets the win. And then post-match, Piper Niven tried to get involved, but Zoe Stark came out and made the save, and both Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark took out Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. So this is going to add more to their alliance. Okay, who cares? It's not really going to matter. It doesn't really matter. Moving on. Next, Seth Rollins is out. So he welcomes us to Monday Night Rollins. He says he's the visionary, revolutionary. He's Seth freaking Rollins. He's a manipulator, a deceiver, a liar. I'm all things that Shinsuke Nakamura claims that I am. But I'm also a father, a fighter, and a World Heavyweight Champion. And I'll be honest with you guys, for a long time, I didn't know who I was. I'm trying to figure it out. I was trying everything. And the authority is trying people who would lie straight to who would lie straight to myself, and that didn't work. So I tried being what everybody wanted to be, but that didn't work out either. So I became a messiah. You know, it's the pattern. I built this facade thinking I could hide myself, but the truth was I finally figured out what you guys wanted me to be, myself. That's why you guys love me. Not because I'm a good guy, not because I'm a bad guy, because I'm Seth freaking Rollins. And that's why you sing my song. That's beautiful, Virginia. So Seth says that he can look at himself in the mirror. It's the reason why I look into my daughter's eyes and be at peace with my past, and I could be proud of my future. He then says, Virginia, you didn't see me come here to talk. I came here to fight. And then Seth mentions about management and say that they don't want him to really fight. They want to slow him down. You're going too hard. You're going to burn yourself out. I'm not built that way. I'm a workhorse. I run free. So last week I called Shinsuke Nakamura out. So let's have a World Heavyweight Championship match. Shinsuke said no. Shinsuke said that he wanted to do it on his own time. And even though Shinsuke was able to walk out of Payback, I wasn't. I have a feeling that the match took a little bit more out of Shinsuke than he's leading on. So Shinsuke, you want to play games? Let's play games. You want it? The World Heavyweight Championship? Let's do it right here, right now. There's no better time than now. So, we immediately go backstage, and we see Nakamura kicking the shit out of Ricochet in the backstage area. And then Nakamura says, Seth, you have bad timing. I would fight you. I thought you weren't medically cleared, so sorry. I'll take your title, but not tonight. So that's fine there. Again, we're going to get part 2 of this at Fastlane more than likely. And I'm fine with this. Is Nakamura going to win? No, he's not. But I'm fine with this, you know. This leads us into Imperium versus the Alpha Academy with Tommaso Ciampa. All 6-man tags are the same, so I didn't give a fuck. So basically, Chad Gable gets the win via the ankle lock, and then Tommaso Ciampa applies the Sicilian stretch to Giovanni Vinci, and both guys tap out. Moving on. So this leads us into Tiffany Stratton. She's on Raw. She got no reaction at all. Like, there were crickets chirping. Like, she got no reaction at all. I'm like, oh, not good. Not good. But we are in Virginia after all. So Tiffany Stratton starts complaining to Adam Pearce. So Tiffany Stratton and Becky Lynch signed a contract for tomorrow's night's NXT Women's Championship match, which I do expect there to be a screwy finish, more than likely. This is going to lead into a feud that's going to probably start at No Mercy and probably end, I want to say, at Halloween Havoc, something like that. So I think that would be interesting to have Becky Lynch in NXT for at least close to 2 months. That would be good. So, interesting there. Main event, Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship. Try saying that 3 times fast. Very boring match. So, Nia Jax out of nowhere comes in and she hits Raquel Rodriguez with the Samoan drop. So, Raquel goes back into the ring and she eats the Riptide for the 1, 2, 3. Post-match, Nia Jax destroys Rhea Ripley with a headbutt, which I don't like. Stop using fucking headbutts. Nia Jax then hits a running leg drop, and then Nia Jax plants Rhea Ripley with the bonsai drop, and then Nia Jax stands tall as Monday Night Raw goes off the air. And I'm just like, oh, no, why? But it does make sense. So the reason why this was done is because Rhea has no other challengers to face. That's why this is happening. That's why. And really and truthfully, the Judgment Day is kind of boring, kind of stale. Rhea is more of what we would call a cool heel, and people love her for that reason. Now, Nia Jax being back is fine, I guess. I don't mean fine like it's a good fine, but it's like, it's fine as in it's okay. But I see why Nia Jax is back. And I know people are going to complain, well, why didn't they use Tegan Knox or Candice LeRae or Indy Hartwell? Those don't scream worthy challengers. Like, you could literally put those women in a tag team and have them go after tag team gold. Candice LeRae and Rhea would be an okay match, but it's not worth anything. Same thing with Indy Hartwell versus Rhea Ripley. It's the same thing. So Nia Jax being Ripley's opponent would be decent to an extent. And this is going to be an easy win for Rhea. But it is what it is, but it's not really all that important. I know the Smarks have lost their shit online, which is always funny because they always overreact, but it's not important. The women's division in WWE has been in shambles for quite some time. And that's just what it is. It's just been in shambles for quite some time. NXT has a better women's division than the main roster. They've always had a solid women's division. And Impact, same thing. Like, they've always had a solid women's division as well. Well, Knockouts division, same thing. But it is what it is. Nia Jax being back, it's okay. I mean, I really don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. I heard people complaining that Johnny Gargano should be back on TV. For what? Johnny Gargano sucks. Again, this is not NXT. Please stop with this black and gold shit. I'm tired of it. Enough. This is not NXT. This is the main roster. This is not your precious little indie black and gold where every match is a 5-star classic. Every match is golden. Like, fuck that. Like, it's not important. It's not. That doesn't even make any sense. But Monday Night Raw was an absolute bore as always, it's the worst show out of the entire week for pro wrestling. It's just not a good show. It absolutely sucks. Nia Jax being back, who gives a shit? The Chad Gable segment was fine and okay. I enjoyed that. He'll probably defeat Gunther at Fastlane and probably have a little feud between him and Ciampa. But I'm interested in seeing what Endeavor is going to do with WWE. I really am. I think it should be interesting. Change is a good thing. I know people don't like change, but change is essentially a good thing. And I do think that Endeavor is going to push WWE to do a little bit more edgier content. Not all the way through, but they are going to force WWE to make some changes to an extent. We'll probably see more of Logan Paul a little bit. Probably see a little bit more of Brock Lesnar. Maybe Ronda will come back later on in the coming months. There are going to be releases for sure. That's with any merger. They'll probably do middle management type of talent. Middle management type of workers. And then they probably will touch certain wrestlers more than likely. I don't know. And I don't think it's going to be doom and gloom when that happens either. So it's just going to happen for merger reasons. That's just what it is. That's what always happens with mergers. And whoever gets released will be fine. WWE's already given certain people heads up, so you can't have multiple PR teams and stuff like that. You're not gonna be able to have you can't have 2 PR teams. You can't have 2 social media teams, stuff like that. So that'll be over and done with. But it should be interesting to see what Endeavor decides to do. And I'm all for it, I'm all for it. I think Triple H will be fine. Triple H is not going to be booted and kicked out. He's not. Because Endeavor, they allowed Dana Brooke to still... my bad, fuck. Dana White. Fuck, my bad. They still allow Dana White to operate UFC, how he's been operating it. So, there's that. But all in all, Monday Night Raw sucks. It's an absolute garbage show. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. The Endeavor merger should be interesting. Hopefully, Endeavor can change WWE for the better. Peace.
To the